What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the triple threat park win streaks that you guys can go grind out for an NBA 2K25 MyTEAM, and why I am a pretty big fan of these types of things. Now, as we do dive into this thing, if you're new to the channel, please smash that subscribe button. I really do appreciate all of the support, as always, on the channel. Now, here's the deal, right? Yesterday, if you played your 3 King of the Court games, you got a lot of that extra MT, right? I think you got a Dark Matter event card from that, which, honestly, again, I'll pull up the exact graphic here. But if you guys are grinding these things out and downgrading it to MT, you guys are getting a lot of MT. Like, genuinely, you're getting a lot of MT if you are just downgrading them. Now, if you are trying to lock in for Zach Edey, all of those types of things, then obviously, you know, it's, number one, not worth it and not easy to go and get Zach Edey either. So those are the couple of things that are on kind of my mind that I do obviously think about as I am making this video. But if you're even looking for like a Joakim Noah type of thing, well, guess what? One of these days can or one win streak and triple threat can absolutely do it. Now, if you do downgrade this 100 overall piece that you guys can get for winning 5 games in triple threat park today, it is the equivalent to over 200,000 MT, at minimum 234,000 MT. Now, it's more than that if you go through and sell, the takeovers, those types of things. But between yesterday's Dark Matter piece and today's win streak, which is 100 overall piece, you're guaranteeing yourself 350,000 MT by just loading up and playing the game. And obviously, it stinks that some of the cards are as expensive as they are, and there's not easier ways to get event cards by just playing the game naturally. You got to grind challenges out, which obviously I'm not the biggest fan of. But at the end of the day, it's definitely solid, and it's definitely worth your guys' time today. So if you are home, if you are around the game, and you can load up today and grind out for the 100 overall piece, it is absolutely worth your time to do. Now, again, along the way, I wish the 1 win and 3 win streaks were something. 2K always makes the diamond cards horrible, so at 3 wins, you will get a diamond card. That's obviously not worth anything. That's obviously not ideal. But at the end of it, you're going to get that championship card. Now, one thing I want to show you guys exactly what I do. So, once you get, whatever takeover card you get, this is what you guys are going to end up looking at, right? I want to show this to you guys. This is what you're going to do. You're going to have all of these takeovers to go through and sell, right? Then you're going to have all of these things that you're going to have to downgrade to Amethyst here. It takes you a long time to go through and do, but at the end of it, you're going to have a ton of MT waiting for you to just be redeemed. So it's, again, something that does take a little while to do. And again, as far as Chef, I'll probably send that to my auctions. Hope it eventually sells for just slightly more than it's going for right now. As far as everything else, I basically just do quick sell it. But this is what you do. You just downgrade it as much as you can, get the shoe, get the takeover, and you're going to end up getting a ton of MT from it. Yes, it takes a while to do, but I'm still doing my one from yesterday's event. And people gas how long it takes. Like, yes, it does take a while, but if you turn on the quick exchange and then, you just have a bunch of them in your unopened packs, it does go quicker than, just doing it, the other natural way. So it is what it is. It is kind of annoying to have to go through and do, but at the core of it, at the end of it, if you do grind this thing out, you're guaranteeing yourself over 200,000 MT. And so let's say you just started the game, last week, right? And you're good at the game. You just started my team last week and you're good at the game. You literally could grind this thing out today and build a whole budget team. You could get guys like Pink Diamond or Galaxy Opal Zach LaVine. You could go get guys like Pink Diamond Khalil Ware. You could go get guys, that are really, 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 really good cards to add to your collection. And that's something that, sure, this event, I think, loses a lot of excitement just for the sole fact of, like, the actual prizes, like the actual thing. So let's say you want to go get Jarrett Culver. They're just way overpriced. I think that's why this event really loses a bunch of hype, is there's no way to actually go and get, the exciting cards that you guys might be wanting to get. Instead, it's basically an event to earn extra MT when they do put these new events into the game, stuff like that. So it is kind of annoying that you can't actually get cards outside of JayCanada, Corey Brewer. That is a duo that I definitely would get. And guess what? If you grind this thing out today, you can go get the JayCanada, Corey Brewer duo. It's basically going to take all of your 100 overall, card, but it absolutely is worth your time to do in my opinion. So again, after JayCanada, Corey Brewer, I would downgrade things, get all of the MT you can. And again, at the end of it, you are going to have so much extra MT and, basically be set for the rest of the year if you do things right. Like if you grinded King of the Court this week, last week, if you grind some of those cheaper challenges, if you are going to grind out the Triple Threat Park win streaks, it just makes things so much just kind of worth it at the end of the day when you do look at MT. The thing that really bugs me is it's like this event should be more than just an MT event. Like this event should be about getting the exciting exchange rewards and adding these exciting cards to your squad. And it's just, that's not what this event is. And I think that's what really bugs me the most, as it's like, I think that's what the event should be, and it's just ultimately not. So again, that's just kind of what I do get annoyed about, is it's like, I would love to go in here and exchange for all of these, fun, exciting 100 overalls, dark matter cards, but nothing is worth it outside of number one, the duo, and number two, the MT. Now, if you do want to go get some of these legend badges, you can. I just personally don't think that is even worth it either. So again, when it comes down to me and what I do, I'm pretty plain Jane, guys. I'm gonna go get a bunch of shoes, and then at the end of it, I have all of these shoes that I do need to go through and sell. But as you do these things, as you do grind Triple Threat today, look at all the MT you're just gonna add to your collection. It's absolutely crazy how much MT you truly can add to your collection by just winning 5 games of Triple Threat in a row. Now, it can be in co-op, so you can do it with friends. It can be on your own. Obviously, it does have to be in Triple Threat Park. You can't just go into Breakout offline and get it done. It does have to be in Triple Threat Park, which today is going to be absolutely sweaty. No matter what you're trying to get at, what you're trying to say, today is going to be so sweaty in a Triple Threat as it stands today. It is something I definitely need to do on my account. You also can do it tomorrow morning. It is a thing I do want to make note of. You can do it tomorrow morning before 10 Central Time. So whenever it resets, it basically resets at 11 Eastern Time in the morning, 10 Central Time. And as long as you do it before it resets, I mean, you can add that MT to your collection, or just that 100 overall token to use on whatever you want to use it on. So if you're trying to go for Zach Edey, 2 out of the 38 pieces towards Zach Edey, obviously it's not worth going and getting Zach Edey. But at the end of the day, if that's what you guys want to do, I mean, do what you guys got to do. I've seen so many people get so many of those cards from this event. I'm just sitting there stunned, like, what are we doing? Why are we spending so much money on this game? But hey, to each is their own. I'm not going to judge you guys for wherever you're at with this event. All I can say is I've seen my MT skyrocket by doing this shoe method, and it is definitely, in my opinion, by far and away the best thing to use your to use your event tokens on. So that's just kind of where I'm at, what I would kind of recommend for you guys. At the end of the day, use do what you guys want to do, but you guys will see your MT skyrocket in a massive way if you do use that, downgrade it to shoes, and then go through and quick sell all of them. Throughout this video, you guys have seen my MT grow like crazy, and it is just because of the shoe method at the end of the day. One thing people do say is, well, Ty, it takes forever to do that, and it's not worth it. I get all of that. Trust me, I get it all. But at the end of the day, MT is hard to make on this game. And people gas how long it takes. Like, sure, it takes a little while, but people gas how long it takes. It really doesn't take an egregiously long time. It is annoying to have to do. I get all that. But people gas how long it truly does take. Like, I just went through and quick sold most of my, Jordan shoes, and it really didn't take me that long of a time. So it's something that I would recommend you guys doing if you guys want the best, thing, the best, most worth the thing to do. It is definitely something I would do, is just get the MT from it. So as far as I'm concerned, as far as, am I buying cards for this? Honestly, is it worth it for you guys to buy things for the, this Triple Threat event? I don't know. I would say it's not necessarily worth it to buy cards for this event. However, you want to make sure you can win, because it's gonna be sweaty in Triple Threat Park today. So you want to make sure you've got cards that you're comfortable with, that you can go and ultimately win games with. Now, I do want to make sure before I sell my Adam Morrison back that I did my Bracket Busters challenges with him, as I did, because the last thing I want to do is sell him back and then have to buy him back to finish the Bracket Busters challenges out. That is another thing that I'm trying to slowly get done. are these first bracket busters challenges. Sadly, I'm gonna have to get D-Rob and Chris Webber to get those done, but if I get those done, that's just gonna be a bunch of extra empty that I can add to my collection. So that's just kind of where I'm at, some things that I'm trying to do as we are, you know, diving into things today. But you guys can let me know your thoughts on Triple Threat Park, on these win streak rewards. I think these win streak rewards are fantastic. You're not gonna hear me complain a whole ton about them. The only thing for me, is I wish and I've said this before, I wish that the 1 game and 3 win games were more worth it, because not everybody can just go through and easily win, you know, the 5 games in a row. And so if somebody, you know, can only win 3 games in a row, but they're trying, like, I think they should get somewhat rewarded. I'm not saying they've got to get the best rewards in the game, but I am saying they should get more rewarded than getting a 92 overall Torpedo card that is absolutely horrible on this game. You know, like, yes, it is 100% worth your time if you're good at the game, but what about the people that aren't that good at the game? Like, what are they meant to do? What are they supposed to do? I think that's where it really bugs me just a little bit when I am looking at things. But that's just me, my personal opinion on things. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. And am I going to get Chris Webber today? I mean, maybe. Try to get those challenges done, you know, sell them all back, get all those things in order. But it is something that, yeah, it's the market it's just uncertain right now. We don't really know what's going to happen. I will say, last year it took a while for us to get, you know, level up to GOAT cards, so it might take a while for the market to go down as much as I really want it to ultimately. So that's just kind of where I'm at. You guys can let me know your thoughts. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.